Hello and welcome, citizens of Super Earth. In our last lore video, we discussed the origins of the Super Earth Federation and the political climate. But today we are going to discuss the gap in time between the first Helldivers game and its sequel. Let's dive in. The first Helldivers game focused on the war effort between four factions: the Super Earth Federation, the Terminids, the Cyborgs, and the Illuminates. War had been waging for quite a while at the time of the first game, and the main focus of your missions was to push back the enemy from reaching your home planet of Super Earth. Now let's read an excerpt from Elena Lindstrom, who is over the community and support team at Arrowhead Games Studios. Helldivers 2 takes place a century after the events of the first game, with Super Earth having emerged victorious against its adversaries. The deadly bug-like Terminids, the grotesque Cyborgs, and the inscrutable Illuminates. With its foes vanquished and the Galactic War won, an era of peace and prosperity ensued. The Helldivers, Super Earth's elite task force, were dismissed. As we can see here, Helldivers 2 takes place roughly 100 years after the events of the first game. We know that the first game was set in 2084, so now we are around the year 2148. The war has been won. The bugs have been turned into a resource to be harvested, as we'll see soon, the cyborgs have been destroyed, and the Illuminates have vanished into the cosmos. But before the Illuminates were defeated, we made sure to take something of theirs to advance our democratic efforts. The same faster-than-light travel technology heroically liberated from the Illuminates that gave Super Earth access to the galaxy has since been used to colonize it. This period has come to be known as the Great Democratization. FTL technology is reliant on a steady supply of the precious substance E710, which, luckily, can be found in decomposing Terminid bodies. So naturally, Super Earth has been farming Terminids on an industrial scale. Never say that Super Earth lets materials go to waste. The Federation has found good use of Illuminate technology and Terminids decomposing bodies to ensure that no planet will go untouched by managed democracy. But obviously, there is still a war to be fought, so let's read once again as to how we ended up in the midst of battle. In a shocking turn of events, the Terminids have broken free from their farms and begun spreading throughout the galaxy. The Super Earth armed forces have been struggling to quarantine them on their farm planets, but are stretched thin. So when a mysterious new enemy enters the fray, Super Earth has no choice but to mobilize the Helldivers once again. The automations are fully mechanized soldiers of a kind never seen before, but their emblem is eerily familiar. It is now up to you, Helldiver, to don your cape and take back Super Earth's colonies once and for all. You will be fighting these vile, freedom-hating foes on two fronts, as Super Earth works to implement a solution to the Terminid scourge. So the Terminids have broken free from their century-long imprisonment, and the automations have proven to be a new mysterious enemy that definitely seems familiar. It should not be a stretch of the imagination to think that the automations are some evolved form of the cyborgs from the first game. Perhaps after their defeat, they reformed and bolstered their armies to take revenge on Super Earth. But what about the Illuminates? Well, I doubt we have seen the last of them, as Elena continues on at the end of her post with this. Super Earth's struggle for supremacy does not end there. Your future as a Helldiver is secure. There is much more to come as we expand the game's content offering. We're excited to confirm that as players fight in the Galactic War, they will also witness events unfold through our planned free updates. The universe of Helldivers 2 will grow and change to give our players refreshed gameplay, interesting new tools, new challenges, and new threats from around the galaxy. While this is obviously a call to action for us to purchase the game and to intrigue us about what is to come in a later time, we can see that we will have more enemies to face in the future. Helldivers 2 is a live service game, so it's no surprise that Arrowhead Games Studios has many surprises and updates in store for us. So as a recap, 100 years has passed since the events of the first game. Super Earth won the war against the Terminids, Cyborgs, and Illuminates. The bugs have escaped their captivity, and a new foe in the shape of the automations have come to challenge the Helldivers' expansion of democracy. It's now up to us to keep the peace of Super Earth by any means necessary. Thanks for watching and following along. As we continue to dive into the lore of Helldivers 1 and 2, I'd love to hear your feedback on if I missed anything. If you enjoyed the content, why not subscribe? And as always, go spread democracy.